Let's begin today in a comfortable cross-legged position. And I invite you to pull the flesh of your buttocks behind your sit bones. And then maybe you can close your eyes and feel the feeling of the sit bones connecting with the ground. You can see if the legs and hips can let go a little more. Relax and release the belly. Allow the hands, the arms, the shoulders to relax. Shoulder blades softly melting down the back. And relax the face, jaw, the eyes, and the brow, and the whole face. Bring your awareness to your breath and start to breathe slowly in through the nose and slowly out through the nose. Really feeling the breath, filling the container of the body. And feeling the way the body relaxes as you breathe out. Now we're going to work with the breath a little bit more. I'd like you to take the same inhale that you've been taking and then take another sip of air and another sip and keep adding air on top of that initial inhale until there's absolutely no more room for air inside you. And you might feel how the body receives those extra sips, where you feel that it creates tension or ease, space or tightness. And then you're going to exhale the amount that you would normally exhale. And then take little small bursts of air out, just adding to that exhale. Often when we complete our exhale, there's still more air left. And we can really practice releasing all of that stale air until we're empty. over the opposite of little sips in. That's what we're doing on the exhale. You can similarly notice the impact that that has on the body and on the heart and mind to release till we're empty. Every breath. And then when you complete the breath that you're in, you can let this practice go. And then noticing how it feels to return to just an inhale and an exhale. You might see if the breath or the body feel different. And then with the hands on the knees, we'll pull in with the hands, send the chest out, lift the eyes up, and then exhale, rounding, chin down, belly in, and then just continuing back and forth, seeing if the breath can be full and empty. On your next inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale and fold over your legs, resting the hands down, letting the elbows bend, maybe taking the elbows wider, dropping the head, and then we'll come back to that breathing again, taking a breath in, and then adding sips of air until there's no more space for in-breath. And then exhaling and then adding little releases out until there's no more breath inside you at all. What, if anything, happens when you empty the breath even more in this way? What do you notice? If your head is all the way down, lift it up. If it's already up, just stay there. And just bring the left arm under you with the palm facing up, just so it goes across your chest. And then lower back down. Where does that direct the breath to? And lift the head, release the left arm, bring the right arm across the chest and over to the left with the palm facing up, and then lower down. And breathe and be aware of the placement of the breath, the feel of the breath, the effect of the breath on the body. Lift up, release the arm, walk the hands in, roll yourself up, reach the arms up, inhale, exhale the hands together at the heart, and then release hands, release legs, shake them out. Maybe wiggle the toes, the ankles. And cross your legs the opposite way, whichever way is less habitual. Feel the sit bones sinking down and the spine lifting tall. Inhale and reach up. Exhale the left hand down, slide it away, releasing the body's weight over to the left, and then bend the elbow and let the shoulder come down away from the ear. Turn your gaze up and to the right, and press into your left hand to sink weight into your right sit bone, and then reach out away from there with your right hand. Slowly breathing to fill the space created by this shape, and then to release all the air out of it. Lifting up slightly, turn your chest to face your left knee and release over your leg, bringing the right arm diagonally across to the left, continuing to press with the left hand to keep the right hip and buttock back, reaching out with the right hand. And then press yourself up. Reach the arms up with an in-breath. And as you exhale, release the right arm down, hand to the ground, slide it away. Push into the hand to sink the left sit bone. Reach out through the left hand and turn your gaze up. Drop your right elbow down. Slow, deep breaths, feeling where it goes, how it feels, what opens and what releases as you breathe. And then lift up partly, turn to face your right leg, and release over your leg. Pressing into the right hand to send the left hip back and reaching the left hand out away from the hip. Experiencing the body breathing. Long inhale, long slow exhale. And then press yourself up. With an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the left hand onto the upper back, the right hand onto the left elbow, and press down. Feel the breath. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, right hand on the upper back, left hand on the right elbow. Press down. Inhale, release, and reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. And release the hands. Release the legs. Shake them out. You might want to rub the knees if that would feel good. And circle the feet around at the ankles. And reverse. Point and flex the feet. And relax. Bring the left foot in to the right thigh. Flex the right foot nice and powerfully, so much so that the right thigh is engaged and pressing the leg into the ground. As you inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen through the sides of the body, lift the heart, and exhale and fold over the leg. Relax the arms down, relax the head. And then inhale, and then add on to the inhale sips of air until you're full. And when you exhale, exhale all the air out until you're empty. As you're exhaling, you can explore what else might let go. As you inhale, you can see if you're willing and able to expand your comfort zone by expanding the capacity to breathe in and receive and open and feel air areas in the body that normally stay dormant, untouched by the life force of breath. On your next inhale, roll up, reach up, arms high. Exhale, turn to your left. Bring the left hand behind you and the right hand to the left knee. And then inhale and press down with the left hand, lifting taller through the spine as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, relax and turn, twisting around the spine, looking over your left shoulder, getting tall and relaxing. And then come back to center. Lift the left knee, placing the left foot on the ground, having it a little bit away from the right leg so that it's lined up with the sit bone. Bring the right hand to the ground behind you and inhale and lift the left arm up. And then exhale, bend forward a little bit, bringing the left arm inside the left leg. Turn the palm to the left, bend the elbow, and reach the hand back toward the buttock. And then take the right hand behind you and see if you can find the left hand and lock the fingers. If not, you can just leave the hand on the ground, or ideally, if you have a strap or a towel, you can stretch that between the two hands. And then lift the chest. Turn your head to the right. Where does the breath go here? Can you use your left hand to pull the right shoulder open a little more? And release, coming back to the front. Straighten the left leg. Bend the right foot into the inner left thigh. Flex the left foot. Press the left thigh down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over the leg, resting the hands, dropping the head, dropping or at least loosening the elbows, creating some slack in the arms. Pressing out through the heel and down through the thigh. Inhale long and slow, and then keep adding breath until you can't add any more. On the exhales, you'll also add little exhalations to the end of your out breath until you're sure there's nothing left to release. On your next inhale, roll up, reach the arms up, and exhale, turn to the right, bringing the right hand behind you, and the left hand to the knee, pressing into the right hand to lift tall as you inhale, and then using your left hand to help you turn as you exhale. Use an inhale to come back to front. Place your right foot on the ground, leveling the heel with the sit bone. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, leaning forward, bring the arm inside the knee. Turn the palm to face right. Bend the elbow. And then reach the left hand back. Try to hook the fingers of the left hand into the fingers of the right hand. If not, put a strap or a towel between the two, and if not, just rest the hand on the ground. And then lift the chest, look to your left, maybe pulling a little with the right hand to roll that left shoulder back even more. Feeling each breath. And release to come back to the front. Straighten that leg. And then across the ankles, flip over onto hands and knees. We'll bring the hands out in front of the shoulders, spreading the fingers wide. Curl the toes under. And we'll exhale and lift the knees. And then inhale into plank. Exhale, lower toward the floor. You can bring the knees down if you need to. Bending the elbows in line with the hands. If you cannot touch down and hover above the floor, do that. And then press into your hands. If you're off the floor, roll onto the tops of your feet. If you're on the floor, keep your hips down. Look up. And then exhale. Press back into downward dog. So modifying as you need to, going at your own pace, inhaling plank, exhaling chaturanga, or bringing the knees down and doing it that way, or coming all the way to the floor, and then pushing into the hands, lifting the chest, lifting the eyes, rolling onto the tops of the feet, and then curling the toes under again for downward dog. I'll let you continue in silence now. When you come into your cobra or your upward dog, you want to have the shoulders down and back. So we're not doing this or this. Really make an effort to roll the shoulder blades in toward each other, opening the heart more. Last round. And then we'll all end in downward facing dog. Press forward through the fingers, sending the hips back, the heels down. And let's practice with that elongated breath again. Adding sips of air onto the inhale. Seeing if that creates even more length or more spaciousness in the spine. And then as you release all those extra bits of air out, you can draw the belly in and sink the chest and the head and the heels. When all the air is out, you might notice that moment before you breathe in, that moment of stillness. And see, does it feel peaceful? Does it feel scary? Does it feel tense? Does it feel easeful? Just that brief flash of suspension from the breath. Then we'll lift the left leg up, bend the knee, rotate the belly to face left. Flex the left foot and push it back behind you. Look under the left arm. Keep the weight forward, pressing in the hands. then we're going to lower the hips, coming into a plank. You can bring the knees down, knee down if you need to. We're going to bring that left knee to the left elbow. And then lift the left leg up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Keep the back heel off the ground. Lift your body up. Clasp your hands behind your back. Rolling the shoulder blades in. Notice which thumb is on the outside. And drop the hips without bending the knee. So get nice and low and then push back into the right heel so that you're sure your leg is straight. And then aim your left hip for your right knee and aim your tailbone forward. Breathe into your heart. Release the hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to lower the hips into a plank or modified plank with that left knee on the ground. And then bring the right knee to or toward that right elbow. If you need to just have it on the ground, that's fine. Modify however your body needs to. And then inhale, lift the right leg up, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Keep the back heel off the ground and the foot facing forward. Lift the body up, clasp your hands with your opposite thumb on the outside. Drop your hips as low as they'll go. And then press up through the thigh and back through that left heel. Roll the shoulders back, maybe lift the fists up. Breathing spaciousness in, breathing stress out. Tailbone reaching forward, heel reaching back. Bring the hands down. And then bring that right hand to the inside of the right foot. Walk the hands all the way around, pivoting the feet, having the feet be parallel to each other. And then bring the hands onto the hips, having the torso parallel to the ground, elbows face up, gazes down. And then if you can take the arms out to the side or even out in front. Steady your breath. Place the left hand down on the ground. If you don't reach the ground, maybe you have a block or other prop handy. And then we'll rotate the belly to the right and lift that right arm up, gazing up toward the hand. Every time you exhale, you can move those left ribs to the right a little more. Release the right hand down. Turn to face the ground. And then rotate the belly to the left, lifting the left arm up. Gazing up. Release the hand down. Walk the hands back until the fingertips line up with the toes. Hands are shoulder width apart. And again, if the hands don't reach the ground, it's fine to just let them hang, or you can stack books or whatever you have handy to rest the hands on. And then we'll press those hands forward away from you and fold over, keeping the elbows bent if possible and keeping them in line with the wrists and shoulders. And then walking the hands forward, bringing the hands back to the hips, elbows toward the sky, and lift yourself up. Turn the right foot to face front. Step the left foot up to meet the right foot. Keeping the hands on the hips. Just circle the hips around. See if you can keep the head and shoulders relatively stationary as you circle the hips. And reverse. Good. Come back to center. Inhale and reach the arms up and come up onto your toes. And then exhale, bend the knees. Lower the buttocks down to the heels. Bring the hands to the chest. Lift the spine tall. And then if you can, close the eyes. Steady your body by focusing and elongating your breath. When you exhale, draw your navel in and down to release your lower back. And bring the hands to the ground. Lower your buttocks down. And then with the hands on the knees, on the chest, out in front or up, slowly lower your body to the ground with control. Once your head comes down, Bring the arms down on either side of you. Bring your feet in so that they're under the knees, feet hip width apart, palms facing down. Take a breath in and then press into your feet. Lift your hips, roll your shoulder blades under one at a time. If you can clasp your hands under you, please do so. If not, you might hold on to the outer edges of your mat, and then you can push away with your hands to help lift. If your hands are clasped, you can pull apart with your hands to help lift. And then we'll all press down and forward through the feet to lift even more. And then finally breathing deeply to lift even more. If your hands are clasped, slowly release the hands. Lowering down. And then lift the feet. Place your hands against your thighs. And then exhale and press the thighs into the hands into the thighs, and draw the belly toward the floor. A few more. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. And one more. And then release the feet down. Lift and tuck the tailbone. Release the legs out. Shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. And then we'll all rest the hands out away from the body, the legs out away from each other. Closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, lips slightly part. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Letting go of thoughts, images, memories, fantasies. Turning your full attention to the feel of your breath and letting go of the breath. Letting go of a deep breath, a long breath, a slow breath. Any effort to breathe at all. Just let the breath happen on its own. But stay present for the breath. Like the breath that's in the driver's seat, and you're right there alongside it in the passenger seat. Along for the ride. Just feeling how it feels. And when you notice that the mind has wandered, okay, so the mind has wandered, no problem. Just bring it back again and again. deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart, move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead, take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest, rock gently side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. And then come center. Bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And turn onto your side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your mind on the feel of the present moment. Noticing breath, noticing sensation, noticing mood, thought, emotion, thought. And then slowly press yourself up. Let your head come up last. Come into any comfortable seated posture. Sinking down through the sit bones. Lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. chin to the chest. Namaste.